Hello everyone and welcome to a character design video. For 2025, we are posting character designs every Monday and Wednesday, so be sure to have notifs on. For the month of January, we are doing color palette challenges and we'll be using 4 types of tools. And to make the subjects of the characters more unique, I asked McKean Twins to make a list of character types. If you want to join the discussion about character design or art in our Discord server, the link will be in mycard.co, which you can find in the description. But if Discord isn't your speed, be sure to comment your thoughts and opinions below. I hope you enjoy the video. For today's character, we are drawing a slime sloth, which unfortunately I was so focused on designing a sloth character, I almost forgot that he was supposed to be made of slime. So it's kind of a small feature in his design, or it's not as focused as I probably should have made it. So if you have high expectations for the slime aspect, go ahead and knock it down a few pegs. I actually have never drawn a sloth before. I'm not even sure if I did it right, to be honest. So it really was a new adventure for me. I think that's why I forgot it was supposed to be a slime character. However, it does turn out really good. Anyway, for the breakdown of this design, I started sketching him as a really tall, lanky boy. I thought that'd be really good. It's nothing really special at first, just trying to get my ideas down. Once I get the sketch down though, Chrissy reminded me that he is supposed to be a slime character, so I made a half-hearted attempt to add some drips in his fur, on his neck, and gave him some drool and tears. It's not the most clever thing, but like it alludes to the idea that he's a slime, so it'll work. Now, I am terrible when it comes to men's fashion. I don't know anything about it and I just do what I want. So this is really an example of that. I gave him a cropped shirt and shorts, leaving space in the middle on his tum so I can add a hole in his torso just to push that slime aspect a little more, which I thought was a pretty good idea considering I had forgotten it. I also added bands all around his design with some spikes on it, and then some bands that are smaller with no spikes. He really does have an emo vibe, but he just looks like a little sad guy. He's so cute. I also added some spikes to his shirt, which I thought was cute because it looked like a mouth that was open. Something that I really like about this design is those sloth legs and feet. I just think that is really cool, and it's not something I have ever done. At first, the line art process was so miserable, I wanted to just quit. I was really just bored of it. But then I got up and took a short break and then got back to it, and I was really starting to enjoy it. I think I just needed a minute to process something that wasn't my computer, because I stare at my computer all day. Sometimes I just need a break. Now for the colors, I'm just as shocked as you are, and I swear I'm not lying to you when I say I genuinely did not pick these colors. Just like the last design, we have red and blue colors. I don't make the rules. This just happens. However, I do think these tones are quite unique and I would never pick them. Well, I wouldn't say never. I probably wouldn't pick them, especially like the brown tones. This is the same tool we used for the first 3 episodes. I knew I would get some darker tones with it. That's why I picked that tool. But these are darker than I expected, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised with them. I think they worked pretty well. If I had my way, he would probably have one more extra color to use as an accent that's brighter than the rest, but I still think his design is solid without it. When placing the colors, I knew I wanted the design to be primarily red, since that is my favorite color and I'm biased. That's just what I wanted. I wanted to keep the second most color blue, the most visible color, keep it blue. We don't want a boring design where grays and browns are the most visible colors. I think that would just be a little silly and bland. I think the color placement is pretty obvious with this design. I didn't really do any patterns. The only thing I did was layer the red tones with the beige. That's about it. He really just is simple when you break it down. Now for the colors, I'm just as shocked as you are. I swear I'm not lying when I say I genuinely did not pick these colors. Just like the last design, we have red and blue colors. I don't make the rules. This just happens. However, I do think these tones are quite unique and I probably would not pick these. I can't say never, but it's just very unlikely. This is the same tool we used in the first 3 episodes. I knew I would get some darker tones with it, that's why I picked it. But these are darker than I expected, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised with them. I think they worked really well. If I had my way, I would probably pick one more lighter color to use as an accent, but I still think his design is very solid without it. When placing the colors, I knew I wanted the design to be primarily red, since that is my favorite color and I am biased. And I wanted to keep the second most color blue. We don't want a boring design where grays and browns are the most visible colors. We obviously want to pick the more fun ones. I think the color placement is pretty obvious with this design. I didn't really do any patterns. The only thing I did was layer the red tones with the beige. That's about it. He really just is simple when you break it down. For this character, I would probably rank them like a 6.5 out of 10. I do think they have the potential to go up a few levels by working on their personality and characteristics, but for now, they're a solid 6.5, which is nothing to sneeze at in my book. There is nothing I would change about their design that I can think of. I'm very pleasantly surprised at how well I handled the sloth theme, considering I've never drawn that before. And I very much like his outfit. I think it's quite fun. I don't always give my characters clothing, which sounds kind of weird when I say that out loud. Let me rephrase that. I don't often give my characters who are covered in fur clothing. That's a better way to say it. Because human characters, I obviously give them clothing. But this character does not have a name, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them below. Thank you everyone for watching, and if you want to commission me, you can find my Ko-fi in the description where you can buy a YCH or an Adopt. You can also find my Discord link in mycar.co where you can message me any questions. Hope you have an amazing day. I love you and stay safe.